So look, this is going to be mute. It's going to go, you know, it'll be fine in a couple of weeks. It'll be fixed, but it just shouldn't be released like that. I mean, it's not a me problem, is it? It's not a you problem either. It's a their problem. Really? $70? Come on, guys. But it's all down to this amazingly modeled, study level 3D cockpit that allows you to really fly the 737 in your own home.
Nevertheless, grave danger I fear in his training.
That button. Continue. Make a nice smooth look. But there, a lot of pressure here. accept it. I'll put the join Discord, and I'll have some odd random stream during the week, and I'll see you then, folks.
Yeah, that's it, folks. I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you next time.
And we will certainly make the buttons and special goodbye there, folks. See what happens. The sea is climbing all over the place. No wonder I'm crashing at that second. Right, those buttons. It's time for us to sign off. I think she wants to treat. Do you want to treat with the buttons? Do you want to treat? Okay, just gonna look at me until I actually get off the seat. Excellent, folks. Pleasure as always. You too. See you next time.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another midweek stream. Happy Thursday. Is it Thursday already? Oh, wow. Time flies, folks. Yes, Buttons is delighted to be here. Buttons is very pleased to see you all, folks. Let's give just the customary first item of the checklist, treat for Buttons. There we go. So, yes, folks, welcome. It's getting very bright now these days, I have to say, which is great. We're flying the Airbus now again. I've decided, actually, find your eyes going all over the shop when you're in the cockpit. It's very interesting. Oh, so 25 frames a second. Oh, I didn't activate the screen. There we go. There we go. Gatwick is one of the busiest airports, and it's notoriously hard on frames per second for everybody. This is my first. I just downloaded it, and yeah, it's going to be heavy on our frames, on our framesy poos. So it's the nice one, I believe. You know. So we've got it now. We've got lots of traffic going on as well, don't forget. There's lots of traffic happening. Oh, right, they're a little bit bunched up there. So the traffic needs to be updated, I think. So we've got it on. We've got it's a large airport with lots of things and stuff happening in it. This is the one from Microsoft Store, actually. I don't get them from a different website. I don't know. It's just the Microsoft Store and Orbex I use, actually. Their Orbex program's quite good, so I'm not buying them from anywhere else except for Orbex and the Microsoft Store. If you think that there is a better one on the Orbex Store, let me know. But we're in real world time, live weather, really. There's a lot of stuff happening here. I don't know why they're all cramping up like that. That saddens me a little bit. But the spacing isn't quite there. You know, that reminds me of a very scary movie that I never watched. Actually, I refused to watch it. It's called The Caterpillar or something. I wouldn't watch it. He told me what happened, and I wouldn't watch it. It's just too sick. Yeah, it's a pity. They're all. Look, I shouldn't have said that, but look, it's a movie. You know, can you believe it? There's an ATR taking off. Oh yes, ATR, folks. I'm looking forward to the ATR. Is that an ATR? It looks like an ATR. Yes, an ATR. We're hoping for the ATR to come soon, folks. Sooner rather than later, please. You know, Microsoft. That sounds pretty damn good. Look at that. Yeah, we're looking for the ATRs. We get those short regionals in. So let's get going. Anyway, oh, we've got a long way to taxi. It's going to be a tricky one. Greetings to Clappy D. Hey, Clappy D. And Aaron N is with us. Hey, how are you? Everything's going well. Everything's going well. Not too bad. We're 9 minutes into it. Well, we had 5 minutes into it, didn't we? So we're in Gatwick. Don't seem to have any interiors, though. No. Maybe I bought the wrong one. Maybe I should have bought it from Orbex. Let me know. We'll talk about it in the cruise. Let's just get going in the cruise then, because there's plenty of time. We're going to France, right? We're going from London, Gatwick, to, I can't pronounce it, Nantes, France. Lima Foxtrot Romeo Sierra. Lima Foxtrot Romeo Sierra. Nantes. Never been there. Haven't got a clue. That's another new one, do you know? Oh, I need the best for my subscribers and watchers and viewers and all that kind of thing. I love the way the traffic, the distance is moving around. Now, the traffic's just recently started. Maybe it's just catching up. Maybe it takes a while. I don't know. Anyway, let's get going. Let's rock and roll. Okay, so let me charge my desk here. You know, okay, wipers and all that kind of stuff off and cockpit's clean. Battery 1 or 2 on, and let's connect to the ground power. Very nice. I see the fuel pumps there. Let's switch them on. Very nice. And let's get the crew oxygen supply on. Let's get the beacon on. Let's get some music as well. Let's get our song that rushes us to get going. Strobes and order. Beacon light, I'm going to put that on because we're going to load up very quickly. I'm going to put the wing light for shits and giggles. Nav and no-go comes on. Leave all those lights off. Safety belt signs on. Smoking signs on. We're going to start up the master, the APU, effectively. And we're going to get the emergency exit signs on. All very good. Very nice so far. Let's line up the IRS. Now notice I'm doing this twice. The reason I'm doing this twice is because we want to load it instantly. Oh, we want to get into the flight plan. Alright, check this. Park and brake. Yeah. Set. Chocks. Remove. Let's get rid of chocks removed here and all that kind of stuff, folks. Well, I think we'll come back to that. Ground power unit connect to throttle. Let's just double check my throttles here to make sure everything's set up the way it should be. No, those should be off. That's why cockpit preparation is so important. You don't want to be screwing things up. Okay, that's all set now the way it should be. Yeah. Throttle good. Okay, just make sure I got the details there. Yes, I do. Throttle good. Engine masters are both off. Yeah. Batteries are on. Generator switches are also on by default. External power is on. ADRS is set to align. Panel displays, brightness. Let's get some lightage on, folks, shall we? I'll glance over. Lip Rocketeer's back with us. Hey, Lip Rocketeer. You were with us yesterday? Clappy to you, missed yesterday. Probably... What happened yesterday? Oh, yeah, no, you wouldn't be happy with yesterday. Clappy, you wouldn't be happy with what happened yesterday. It was a bad departure because I was... It was just a bad departure. I didn't like it anyway. These things happen. So yeah, I think that's wiser to do 1 week Airbus and then 1 week 737 and then 1 week ATR. But when the ATR comes back on, when that comes up, we're straight onto that. Right, panel display brightness. Let's stop chit-chatting and get this thing started and get going. Where are all the lighty peas? Where's all the lightage? We want lightage. There it is. It's already on. Great, let's get some lights on down here. I'll have some of you, please. I'll have some of you, please. It's getting darker, so we're going to move. We want to get we're going to be there for the golden hour. Standby and standby. Yep. Nav lights. Did that. All the lights are on. Yeah. Panel lights. Landing gear lever is checked down. Flaps are up. Spoilers are retracted. Fuel quantity. That's fine. It's going to be loading up from SimBrief, which we can do now. Let's load up with all that. So that's all our weight and balance and flight plans and weather and all that kind of stuff. Import from SimBrief. I love the Phoenix because it just makes it so easy to import everything. You know, it's really well done. QNH is 1017. I'm gonna hit the P button there and hope, yeah, 1017. Very nice, very beautiful. And mass and balance. Seatbelt signs on, no smoking signs on. Check whether 8 is fine. De-ice not needed. Transponder is on standby. Beacon lights are already on. Emergency lights are on, and FMC. Here we go. Mass and balance, folks. Let's load her up and do it instantly. 147 passengers, 58.1 and 31.0. Let's get our flight plan going here. Let's go to, see, get mixed up between the two of them. The danger of it. The danger of it. No, in it. There we go. See, you know, I just do 1 week on, one week of each aircraft. I think that's what the big simmers do, is it? Let me know. Do you know, the big boys. Cruise index 5 for the moment. Cruise level is going to be 270. Get that in. Very nice. Next page. Now zero fuel weight is 58.1 and 31. 58.1 and 31.0. Let's just double check that. 31.0, yeah. Let's stick that there. Let's get the fuel loaded from SimBrief. Come on. This is a trip you haven't done before, actually, from either airport. So it's always new, pretty much. Departure briefing. No, we're not ready for our departure briefing just yet. Right, so we've got our mass balance on. We want to get our runway. So let's go to flight plan here. Very nice. We've got our departures. Set departure. We are departing today at 08 right. And we're going to depart on the India Mike Victor uniform Romeo 1 Zulu, this one. Great, it's on the first page. Enter that. And we're going to arrive into Natty. I don't pronounce it, folks. Anyone help me there? Natties? Into Romeo 03 with the ILS with Z. Very nice. Oh, I love the ILSs. And God. I'm going to God. First, I just look at the first 3 letters. That's what I'm doing. Up is down for some reason. Golf, Oscar Delta, Alpha, November 1 Charlie. Just drop the November there. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. Let's just double check that and make sure that's all right. Let's get our plan mode and let's go to 40. And let's step to that. Up is down again. Boom, boom, boom. Nice departure downwind. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Sorry, pictures buttons. I think that was pictures buttons there. Doing something you shouldn't do. That looks good. Oh, I've got a problem here. Oh, do we? Not really, no. That's not... that's a little bit of a messy one. We might take it. We'll read it on the way. That looks a bit, you know... It's always vectors in the real world, isn't it, folks? So let's go back to arc mode. We'll worry about that on the way. Let's get out of here. Let's go to 10, and we want to turn to my left. Oh, to my right, excuse me. Okay, departure briefing, drawer. Anything else? Departure. Yeah, so we want to go into performance here. We're going to get our V speeds. Boarding complete. Happy days. Let's get our speeds here. Come on. We're taking off runway 08 right, actually. Surface is dry. Load the sheet. Load the weather. Calculate our V speeds, please. Force toga negative. Okay, that's fine. It was come down here. 141141144. 141 141 and 144. 141 141 and 144. That is confirmed. And flaps is 2 down 2. Oh, I was foolish. I have to do that again now. You always take off, I believe. Bear with me. Flaps 1, down 2. Okay. 142, 142, oh god. Just a little bit of a change there. This one. 142, 142, and 144, 142, 142, 144. Flaps down 2, 1 down 2, 68. Flaps 1 down 0.2. Boom. And flex temp 68. Very nice. Thank you. And that's that done. Let's go to flight plan and let's not forget. I'm going to go straight up to 27. That's free, folks. There we go. We'll switch on the constraints as well, so we know what's going on. Great, we got that set in. That's very important. I forgot that yesterday. That's the one thing I forgot yesterday. Very proud. Johnny C's with us. Evening to you, Johnny C. We're back at the Airbus. Clappy D says evening all earlier on YouTube. RNN was with us as well. Lip Rocketeer was with us on YouTube as well. Clappy D says I saw the landing bouncy. Yes, Clappy D. What happened was it was a bouncy because I didn't jam the throttles back in time. I don't know what that is or why it does that. Adds power if you don't take the throttle back. You know? That means good at you. It's 10. I usually leave it 10 or 9. Let me know if that music is too loud. So yeah, it was a bouncy for that reason. It just went. I added power and I jam it back. So I don't know what happens there. I gotta find out. Not. Probably says Nantes equals not. N-O-N-T. Is that how I pronounce it? Not. I knew we were going to that place in France. Oh, that's embarrassing. Not very good at French. The English are very good at speaking French because it's weird the relationship between the English and the French. I never really understood it. I know you had loads of wars in the past going on forever because I studied it in history. Probably that's why. But you also speak French very well in England. The English are very good at speaking French. I don't know. Like we don't have anyway. Let's not talk about it because I don't upset them for some reason. I don't know why. I really don't. The French love us though. I think. I don't know. I'll shut up. They can be arrogant as well. Anyway, they're cool. FMC. Okay, that's all fine. Stop talking about politics. That's not politics. Is it? Can I get into trouble for saying that kind of thing? Departure briefing. Okay, great. Doors closed. Checked. Okay, APU is on. Happy days. APU bleed. Let's stick the APU bleed on to get ready for engine start. Look before you press. Every time. There we go. APU bleed. Boom. APU bleed is on. Thrust levers are idle. Engine clear. Air fuel pump switch is on, which they are already. Mode selector to engine start. Let's get a pushback first. Do one thing at a time. Let's get pushback, you poos. Come on, pushback, you poos, people. Press pushback. Now, it's on its way, but one thing I have forgotten to do is I want to get rid of all the stuff underneath the airplane, you know? Let's just get rid of all the stuff and things connected. GPU is off and connect the truck. Great. Okay, so we're getting our truck. Oh, I'm going to use this pushback, am I? Can I? Brakes are off. And let's see if it works now. I've gone from one menu to the other. Back we go. Thank you very much. We want the nose, the tail to the left, to the right. There we go. We're going to go to the bridge, folks. Looks like. Oh, what's going on with the frames, folks? 1490. 48, whatever it is, the latest one. 47 frames a second. This is what we've got to live with, folks. Just not on. Where's that yellow line? We've got a good bit to go. Stop chugging. Gatwick's a hard one for everyone. Gatwick is a hard one. Tail this way. There we go. So we got a bit of taxiing to do. Does anyone have Gatwick? What version do you have? Did you get it from, you know? We got many on? Not many. It's that time of week. Oh, the big boys are on, you see it this time. Yeah. We're not going to get the yellow brick road there, but this will do. Let's stop the pushback. Let's get our engine started. Engine mode switch, engine start, and engine 2 is coming on. And we've got N2 kicking off. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go, Microsoft, thank you. Where's my mouse gone now? Mouse is gone. Come on. Down on the brakes. Oh my god. Microsoft, you're killing me. I've lost control. Microsoft, please stop this madness. And give me my mouse back. Jesus. Stop! Push back for the love of... Just gonna... Stop! It didn't stop. Because it took over the mouse there on me. Oh, good God. Just... Patience. We gotta go down this way now. Nearly entered up at the back of the building. Did we? No. We're alright. We're alright. We didn't hit this guy here, which is good. Anyway, where are we? Engine number 2 is available now. Great. Let's start up engine number 1. And very nice. Gotta keep an eye on him. Lots of EasyJet here in Gatwick, folks. A great deal of EasyJet. Company says Normans were French. They invaded England. That's right. William the Conqueror and all that crew. William the Conqueror? And all the lads, the Normans? Do you know?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this mostly uncomfortable and exhausting flight. We will be taking off shortly. We ask that you fasten your seatbelts and stow your loud babies in the overhead soundproof lockers. Those of you with large, oversized, ugly babies can stow them under your feet. We also ask that your seat and table ties are in their upright position for takeoff. Please ensure all personal electronic devices, including laptops, cell phones, and powered sexual implements, are powered off. Smoking is prohibited throughout this flight, but we will serve large amount of alcohol to ensure that your intoxicate levels are high for these of you who are feeling unruly. Alcohol is provided to ensure your personal intoxication and dehydration on arrival. Those of you who are mentally compromised will also be offered
Heading
alcohol,
indicators not
but
meters.
smoking e-cigarettes is most definitely prohibited. This will make sense to us for some reasons. Thank you for choosing Reaper Team for your flight, and we hope you enjoy this journey with us.
Brake max, elevator trim, set for takeoff. Down 2, wasn't it? Let's make sure we got that. Where are you? Flight controls, down 2. There we go. Very nice. Let's confirm that though. Down 2. And down 2. Invaded England. But you invaded France. I thought it was going back and forth though, Clappy D, wasn't it? I'm not being cheeky now. I swear to God. I should know that we did study it. I have seen lots of documentaries of it and I can never remember. But one thing, Clappy D, please correct me, right, is the Battle of Agincourt. You see, in England, at one point, everybody, the king, I can't remember who he was, damn it, I can't remember the name. He incentivized, let's put it this way, everyone in the country to be good at archery, okay? Everyone had to be an archer and it was incentivized, right? So every person, Jack, was an expert archer in England, right? So they were shit at archery and everybody knew how to do it. So it's 1066 now, was it? And they had a battle, the Battle of, you can tell me, right? So I love this story, right? Just make sure I know where to go. Give me a second, I'll get to that now. I'm going to get to this sign here, but the other way around, right? Why do you do this? Why do we do that? Why do people do that? And it's supposed to be F off, right? It doesn't mean F off at all, right? It doesn't mean F off, right? Right, so people do this, right? And I'm going to tell you why, okay? It's not F off. It doesn't mean F off at all. Bear with me here, I'm trying to do two things at once. Come on, Nevercraft, give me my information, please, or I will crush you. I will crush you. Oh yeah. Okay, I've got a bit of taxiing. A bit of taxiing to do, folks. A bit of taxiing. I'm going to follow this aircraft down here. So, Battle of Agincourt, right? So the English, okay, they had their lads and they had loads of archers, and it wasn't looking good, right? It wasn't looking good. You know, the French had a lot of cavalry and all this kind of stuff. Anyway, there's trees on either forest on either side. So the French, right, let's crucify the English. And it rained quite heavily, so the ground was boggy. But the armies had basically met in the middle, and the French got bogged down. They got stuck in the mud, literally stuck, and they got squashed and crushed, and they were trampling over each other. It was mayhem. But of course, the archers were standing back, just throwing archers into them, archery, and they couldn't move. They were all stuck. So there's a big key foe in the middle, like a big scrum, only with more death, right? A lot more death, and the English just kept throwing those archers, right? Anyway, the English beat the crap out of them. That completely, all the archers, you know, French were hammered. Lots of nobles were killed and all that kind of stuff. Serious stuff for that day. So I kind of put the French out of action. Anyway, the French king, was it Louis something? Louis the whatever, 10, first, fifth, I don't know, one of them. Right, if you catch an Englishman, he said, chop his 2 fingers off. His bow fingers. Chop his 2 bow fingers off. So that was the thing. So if they caught an English after that, English bowmen especially, they chopped their 2 bow fingers off because they didn't want them firing the bows, because all the English were trained for archery. So when the French would come up to the English in their forts and castles and stuff, or the English would come up to the French, or whenever they met, right, the English would do this. Meaning, we've got our bow fingers. It doesn't mean F you at all. It means it's a defined gesture. You see? And that's what that means. And it's a fucking brilliant story, isn't it? Is that my right, Clappy D? Tell me. Clappy D says, if I remember my history from leaving cert to self-entitled kings claimed England, so they would have... So you had the Normans invading to claim it for William the Conqueror. And they're all fighting. They're all kings. Everyone was dying for the kings. Oh, loyalty to the king. Company says battles of Hastings was Normans versus Saxons. Okay, so it's a different battle that I'm thinking of. It is. He started. Yes, of course. Agincourt. Now that you said it, Clappy D says in 1066 it was Agincourt was the 1400s. Okay, so I'm a little bit obviously mixed up, but the story though still stands, doesn't it? Look it up there. Look it up. That sign means it's a sign of defiance. Doesn't mean F you at all. Do you know? So it's fascinating, you know, where these signs come from. Do you know? Things like, why do we wear a tie? Why do we wear a tie? Do you want to know why we wear a tie? I love these little stories. It's fascinating, you know. And, you know, why do we wear ties? Why did we? We don't really wear them anymore. We only wear them with a suit. Well, and the long and short of it, the reason we wear ties. This is a history lesson. I got to talk about something while we're taxiing. The reason we wear ties is back in the day, if you were to go like way back, it's Tudor times, etc. I think it was after, I don't know, it was around there and after Tudor times anyway. They'd have restaurants and you go in and you pay to have people cook your food, and that was fancy. So they'd all dress up and go, and they wanted people to know while they were walking to the restaurant. They wanted people to know that they were going to the restaurant, so they had these big frilly napkins. So they'd wear them to the restaurant. And it looked great, and they had these big frilly things. You see it in the 1800s and all that kind of stuff, the big frills. So it became fashion then to wear it all the time. And that became then smaller and smaller and smaller and became the tie. That's, look that up as well. So that's why we wear ties, as respect. We're upper class, we're going to eat in, you know, a restaurant, page place, which I thought was fascinating as well. All these little things, you know. Oh, good God. That's what happens. Oh, that's what happens when I try to get the view when I'm taxiing. There we go, I got it. Under control. It's under control. The sun's come out in Gatwick. Please stop chopping on me. It's killing frames per second, folks. Now we do have the Phoenix. We do have one of the most complicated airports in the world. We've got all live traffic going. You know, we got a lot of stuff and things happening, folks. Now I can't hold anyone up, can I? I'm just going to tag up quickly. Tag up. Oh. There we go. There's Johnny C up ahead. Johnny C, hey ho. Johnny C's with us. That's how I can see him. I can see Lip Rocketeer. I can see Raptor X as well. Raptor X is with us. And Lip Rocketeer, Raptor X. I know there's more of you here. Oh, there's someone coming in there. Look at that. EasyJet seems to own Gatwick, folks, isn't it? Just owns Gatwick. He's landing very late. What's going on here? What's going to be a crash? Will he stop before the end? Am I still on the taxiway? Yeah, just about. Has he crashed? Wow. I don't know what that was about. Oh, I'm going through someone here. Let's get back to the cockpit here. Okay, we are taking off the right runway. As in the right side. So we're going to go right to the end here. And we're going to cross over to 08 right. Get a safety briefing here, please, Mrs.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the crew, I
For
ask
takeoff
that
checklist.
you please direct your attention to the
Actually, what
monitors
we'll do one thing at a time.
Review the emergency procedures to remind you of possible horrific death during this flight.
Let's
There
line
are
up and
6
wait.
emergency exits on this aircraft. Take a
Let's
minute
just wait
to
for this guy
locate
to go.
the exit
Let's let him go.
closest to you. When you are intoxicated, please refrain
have-
from opening emergency
I should have
exits
stopped
during
there
your
and just keep it
possible
real.
drunk
Sorry,
episode
folks.
during this
I'll
flight.
keep it real.
Should the cabin
100% if
experience
you can.
sudden pressure loss, stay calm and listen for instructions from the cabin crew. Oxygen mask will drop down from about your seat.
Let's
Place
assume we
the
got permission
mask
to
over
cross,
your
shall we?
mouth and nose. Pull the strap to tighten it in. Okay, good. If you are traveling with the children, make sure
Let's declutter.
that you're often masked in the first before helping your irritating loud child. If you are
Let's assume
unable
we've got
to
line
avoid
up and wait.
intoxication, you will pass out and suffocate in an orderly fashion. In the unlikely event of emergency landing and evacuation, leave your carry-on items behind. Life routes and located below your seat and emergency lighting will lead you to your closest exit. Please be aware, if you are intoxicated, you will be unable to carry out any of these instructions. This also makes sense to us for some reason. Thank you.
I've got to make my mind up here because I got to stop, get everything ready, and then line up. Do you know? I think that's the best because you really should have the transponder on the TCAS and your lights on as you enter the runway. Do you know? So we are going to TA only, and transponder is on, and we're all good to go. Let's just do the checklist then. Taxi lights, yeah. Takeoff config. Let's just press takeoff config. We're all green except for the predicted wind shear, which doesn't work anyway. Takeoff member, set altitude, which is done, and let's rock and roll, folks. Let's hit the chrono and rock and roll, folks. And we'll be out of here, and there we go. And set 40% on the engines here. 40% as best you can. There you go, that'll do. And set climb to 10. Man, flex 68, SRS is climb, runway nav, and auto throttle is blue. I know there's someone there. Oh, he's disappeared, thank God. Let's rock and roll, so folks, we're on our way from Gatwick. Well, I want to see if we get that call out. V1 and rotate. There we go. Positive rate of climb. Get the correct lever. Gear up. Very nice. Let's get the autopilot on. Oh, the mouse is doing funny things since the update, folks. Autopilot is now on. Altitude is set. QNH is set. Let's have a look outside. The gear is now up. Flaps have to come up yet. Well, let's wait till we get to about 180 knots. Take a look now. Almost. There we go. Flaps are coming up. Let's get some eye candy in with the real world weather. Zoop. And a view of the airport there. Very nice. Look at that. Look at that. We're on our way. This boy's behind us. Let's make sure we don't stuff things up. Let's get in the cockpit very briefly again. 2,400 feet, looking good. We're getting onto speed profile now. We're going to take our left turn shortly. The restriction 3,000 feet. Flaps are up, and after takeoff checklist. Disarm the spoilers. Let's get some lights here for these guys here. No, just good. Lights, we don't need you. We don't need you. Brakes are off. That's the auto breaker off. After takeoff checks complete. And climb lever, please. Climb lever is set. Flaps are up, gears up. Yeah, that's it, pretty much it. Takeoff checks this. Let's see what I missed. Climb out checklist, thrust versus center climb tent. Autopilot 1 is engaged. Taxi lights are off. Altimeter, that's past the transition altitude. We will assume we've given clearance here. Let's go to standard on the once and standard twice. And we leave the middle one there in QH. We've got next job's 10,000 feet. 10,000 feet's the next job, folks. Now, let's have a look outside again. It's my candy. There's lots of questions. Oh, Gatwick's long gone now if you were flying along. I love the weather. It's different every time you get into Microsoft Flight Simulator, folks. Every time. Which is nice. Thank you, Clappy D. I think I'll have to hit the recorder button. It's nice to see the takeoff now. I'll have to just... takes me out. Oh, shoot. Wrong button, Gripper Sim. Wrong button. We're recording. Shady Smith, she says, thought ties is because buttons weren't invented. Talking of buttons, how is she? Buttons is in great form. She's having a nap behind me here. She knows. Yeah, she's there. She's having a nice little nap after a trip. After that thing. I think it's with tea. Do you know? It's nice. Now, this thing here. This business of constraints. Let's get rid of that constraints. There's a little button here. So we can ignore the constraints. Or is that the 737? So that's 3,000. What's after that one here? Let's go to 4,000 feet. Okay, we'll just go with the constraints as they are, shall we? It's a nice view. Control space to get your normal view back. Oh, look at the way it gets dark. It just gets dark. I love that. I love the way the light changes. Now the TV I have, I know I keep banging on about it. I have the LG C2, right? Couldn't get the C1. And the lighting in it is absolutely stunning. So much so, if I'm flying this at night time, you probably heard me moan about, these can get too bright. Like it is now. Let's dim some of these. Yeah. We don't need the APU, please. We don't need the APU. That's because I didn't follow the checklist exactly right today. No. No. No, I did not. APU is off. I wonder what trouble they get into if they left the APU on, folks. What kind of trouble would you be in? Everything's recorded now. I don't know if I'd want to be flying airlines. Because every single switch, knob, and every voice action is completely and utterly recorded. Do you know, let's say took off the... Oh shit, we forgot the APU. What happens? Do you get into trouble? You're written up, and then, you know, 2 strikes you're out. You know. I guess that's why they have 2 people on board. Let's get some eye candy in. Let us, just for the moment while I'm continue chatting, let's get the yoke camera off and my face off. Now we're climbing again. Now we're on our way, folks. Now I didn't get my call-outs. Right, the last few streams are V1 rotating, all that kind of stuff. So, how is that? Second here. Some settings, I think. Callouts. Okay, that's for coming in. But what about my? Maybe it doesn't do. Maybe it's just the 737 that does the PMTG. I want this on as well. So we don't have the call outs, just that's the way it is, I guess. 38% has speed now, folks. Days like this, you know, in the blue skies. In Ireland now, where I'm in the deep south, right? The deep south. This is not a cloud in the sky. Literally, I couldn't see any. Let's see if we can see the boys here. Let's tag up. Let's see if we can see the boys and girls. Dim Rocketeer and Raptor X is with us. Raptor X, I think I got an email from you. Sorry, I kind of glanced through it. Well, I read it actually. I just haven't replied to you. So, sorry I didn't reply. I will when I get a chance. I just thought I'd read it proper. Oh no, we have. Echo India, Bravo Mike Uniform as well. Hey ho, Echo India, Bravo Mike Uniform. So that's Bravo. And Voodoo as well. Voodoo's with us in the FA18. Great. There's a few of you there. Rocketeer, Voodoo, Raptor X, Echo India, Bravo Mike Uniform. And there's someone else here with us as well. Where are you? Pauline rings a bell. Anyone new with us? Liberal Architects with us as well, I know that much. I just can't put my eyes on it for a minute. There you are. So welcome everybody. Welcome one and all. Now I might take a picture here and I'll give you a chance to catch up. Yes. Give you a chance to catch up. Hold yeah. And I'm going to hit snipe. Sorry about this. So this could be a screenshot for tomorrow. Do you know? Now I do know if I have Alt F3, this isn't working well. Oh, it's working. Let's sort out these filters. That ain't good, right? That ain't good, they've changed it. Let's play with this. Every time they update, you gotta update those drivers, it resets everything. Now that's just too bad. That's a bit, no. Let me delete that altogether actually. Let's get rid of the color here and do one at a time. Brightness and contrast. That's better. That's good. I'm just going by, I'm just eyeballing it folks really. Okay, that's a good exposure there, but we need to brighten up a bit. Just eyeballing it, you know. A bit too dark, isn't it? No, two's better. Oh, I mean, off is better now. But when I add the color, hard to tell. That ain't happening, and that ain't happening. Too blue. I usually do this outside the screen. I'm just eyeballing it really. 1,000 different ways. And there's no way of saving it. I'll get there. Only 400 knots, did you say? Ground speed is 453. We're going fast. We have a tailwind 51 knots. Well, about 48. 40. Let's say about 40 knots tailwind. We're going quite fast. 23,000 feet now. Because I was outside, I didn't switch off the lights there. I'll track those as well, 10,000 feet. Get your cruise going.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may realize your safety belt and stumble around the cabin now. We'll be passing out alcohol shortly. Please order more than just one drink at a time, as is customary. The toilets are also ready for use. Why you left it to now to defecate is beyond us. Thank you.
Okay, cruise checklist. Let's get the lights back on. Or my face back on, should I say. There we go. Let's get the old cruise checklist going. Over to the next page. Cruise checklist. Engine instruments monitor. Fuel quantity is good. Radios. Yeah. Autopilot. Lights. Yeah. Agents information. Okay, that's all coming in. So we'll get ready for... Let's get ready for our approach now, folks, will we? Let's go to performance here. Oh, it tells us here. I'm thinking of the 239 miles to go, and we will be descending at. Let's just make sure. 27 multiplied by 3 is 81, so about 80 miles out, give or take. We will need to descend, so we've got plenty of time. So what I can do manually here is increase our speed up the wazoo. We'll wait till we level off. We're just about to level off now. And we'll be good. Robert Times is with us. Greetings, Robert. Don't worry, not expecting a reply. I just sent it anyway. I also posted a comment on your Discord about the ORNAV approach, including the charts and screenshot, in case anyone needs more info on that. Yeah, that's I'm going to do that one again. That was into Rio de Janeiro, wasn't it? And I chose a little airport. So I thought the weather would be fine, and here's the problem there, as you all know, is that I don't know when the 737 had to divert quickly. I could have got up into the hold and waited and figured that out in the hold because Robert was with us, right? But I just didn't have the time. I just look, I'm going to put it down, and it was way too high on a short runway, and I went off the end. And I was kicking myself. I still am. Just another half an hour, another hour, just figure it out. I would have been happier if I spent the other hour, but it was just like Buttons was going crazy. She needs to be let out. I could have gone into the hold and taken a break. In hindsight, that's what you do in real life. Obviously, you wouldn't be doing that. But that's an accident actually that did happen. I can't remember the details, but the captain wanted to get out. I think he was taking off. It was the Tenerife and hit another aircraft on the runway. It's just let's get going. I want to get home. Let's go. And they crashed because he was rushed. And that's a thing. That's that, and I saw that there. I know it's only a simulator, but that's human factors is very important in flying airplanes and driving cars, actually, and all sorts of stuff. So I broke all the rules, and it's nice to see it in the sim. I have been in a rush in a small aircraft, and your brain is thinking, I'll just do this, I just omit this, or I'll just rush it. I never have, which is good. I'm delighted about that. I can say that honestly. That you're in and you need to get going and all this kind of stuff. No, and I've been threatened to get moving. No, slow down. Now when I say I've been threatened to get moving, that's the company. If that makes any sense. Not lately now. This is many years ago when I was somewhere else. But no, slow down. I'm taking my time. I don't care. taking my time. Because you after a while, you know you're rushed. You know it. You know you're going to behave badly, if that makes sense, and rush through checklists. You kind of know it, and then you stop. I think that's important. Do you ever see someone driving very fast because they're in a rush? The same thing. You're in a rush. You want to get somewhere. You're rushing around, and you're driving like an idiot. You know, you're going to break the speed limits and stuff. You know? No. Driving in a bad mood, maybe. You might be paying attention. Just be aware of it, isn't it? Just be aware of it. I got myself doing it all the time. I'm driving and I'm getting patient and I get going and I'm moving and I say, you're gonna, could be the day when you're praying into the back of somebody. Mobile phone. Pick the mobile phone. Oh yeah, I'll just have a look at this whilst I'm driving. You know? But it's too easy just to get locked into the phone. It's very dangerous. Same thing in an airplane. So you gotta at least know what you're doing wrong. Same in an aircraft. Human factors. But no one teaches us that in school, you know, about our nature as human beings. Right, let's get some stuff into things. Anyway, that's what happened there, Robert. That's all about that. That's what happened there. And Robert then says, and way too heavy as well, about 12,000 kilos. Next time, better take fuel and zero fuel weight values from Simbrief. Yes. Yeah, and 737. I did take it back up there, didn't I? And I landed it there. It was the same weights, I can't remember. But you will stop at that runway. But it's just, I'm being cheeky. And I'm going to do that flight again. With the 737. Next week, maybe. And we're going to see how we go. So at least I can redeem myself. Do you know? Now, performance. Cruise is managed. Descent is managed. And our approach. Our air 1012 is the QNH. I'll read the weather for you here first. Should really be reading the weather. That's our Lima Foxtrot Romeo Sierra. Yeah, that's correct. Issued on the 20th, which is today. God, it's the 20th already. Issued at the 20th at 1830 Zulu. Auto generation at the wind is 040 at 7 knots, veering from 360 to 080. CAF OK, so there's no clouds below 5,000 feet. Temperature 15, dew point 1, QNH 1012, no significant change. So wind is 040 at 7 knots. 040 no, not point. 07 knots. Boom. QNH is set at 1 is 0. Was it 12? 1012? 1012? 1012. The temperature is 15 degrees. I'll take that 15, please. Thank you. Now, minimums. Minimums. Let's have a look. Oh, sorry, I'm taking it. Ow! What? Close it down, folks. No, it didn't. I didn't close it down. I thought I closed it down. That would sadden me. Let us go to Lima Foxtrot Romeo Sierra. That's the correct one. Can't pronounce it still. We're coming to runway 03. We want an ILS. I checked that there was an ILS before I chose this route, actually. ILS said, thanking you. We're going to go Cat 1. We're going to have a decision height of 273 feet. 200 feet above the ground. 273 feet, folks. 273 in the barrel. 273 in the barrel. Boom. Landing config. No, I want full flaps. Full flaps. Great. Approach speed is 131. No. VLS. What is that? I don't know what that is. I'm looking at. Here we go. V approach. V Victor Alpha Papa 136. Good stuff. Now, I haven't learned a new thing, have I? Done this for a while. Let's just the frequencies then. Let's test the frequencies. I'll just have it here. 109.9. 109.9. Approach course is 028. It has 027 here for some reason. That's fine. I'm happy with that. It is a VOR here, close by. 115.5. Let's put that in one. 115.5. Let's put that one in. So play with that. The course, we don't need a course there. We'll just put in 028. That's for shits and giggles. Great. And we can play with that when we get closer. We can have VOR here. We're not in range obviously yet. We are, let's go to flight plan here. Performance flight plan, we're 176 miles away, so about 175 miles to go before we descend. Let's make sure, right, because I'm getting chatty. We have our ILS altitude here. We're going to come at 3,000 feet. Transition altitude is 5,000 feet. So 3,000 feet. Boop, 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 boop. 3,000 feet. Oh. Very good. All we have to do now is push that in, that button in, and the aircraft will descend at, and when we have to do that just at the white arrow here. There. Now this turn onto final doesn't please me. Let's see how we manage it. Because it is vectored in, isn't it? We've got some TCAS beside us at 7,000 feet above us. Up here somewhere. There, that's one there. That's one there. I hope. And there's one up here somewhere. It's obviously blocked out. Let's have a look outside and see. Sitting down there. There you go. There's one there and one there. There's one. Oh, it's coming the other way. That's Johnny C. He's donning the 747-800, I guess. Ghost Rider is donning the 737-600. Is that the 737-600 you have? Am I wrong with that, Ghost Rider? 737-600. Because it says 736. I think it's a short one. So 737-600? Have that? Let's look at that and see what they have. No. Also we have Limbrackert here is standing the A320 Raptor X on 737. And some Xboxy guy. Some Xbox guy. Nice one. Nice name. Let's use on the Xbox. I don't recognise anyone else there unless there's someone. Hopefully there's some new people following us. We need newbies. We've no newbies at all, folks. No one's following. It's my own fault because the big guys are streaming now, so everyone's watching them. This is the time when you start streaming. If you're not a big streamer, I shouldn't be streaming now at this time. But what are you gonna do? Let's read the comment here. Interesting, Robert. For descent, you actually have to use the transition level, not the transition altitude. Usually the transition level is 10,000 feet above the transition altitude. I don't know much about the transition level, I have to confess. I don't remember hearing anything about that. But I'm not a jet jockey in real world, so that's something I don't know about. What is the transition level? Now, the transition level altitude... Oh, hang on. Are you saying that the transition level is that when you're coming down, right? I don't know what that is. Blackjack's with us as well. Weekly is with us as well. Hey Weekly, how are you doing? Don't forget to hit the follow or, follow button or the, that kind of thing. A like. Hit a like. Don't forget to hit the like button, folks. Like so. Robert Times, 1,000 feet, not 10,000 feet. What the percent? You actually have to use the transition level, not the transition altitude. Usually the transition level is about 1,000 feet above the transition altitude. I'll have to look that up. That's just a gap in knowledge there. We're coming thick and fast to the coast of the UK, right? So as you can see here, sorry, we're coming thick and fast towards France, down the coast here. That's us and the boys are behind. We're going for Romeo Sierra. Where's Romeo Sierra? Look down here. Romeo, so this is where we're going down here. France is absolutely massive. And it's like Australia. I was watching this documentary. Just fields upon fields, excuse me with the camera there. Fields upon fields upon fields, forests and stuff, and it's very actually lightly populated. It's only like Paris and a few other places. It's just ginormous. France is just huge. You know, plenty of room for houses. You know, so I have to be cautious now with this weird approach. Let's see how it goes. I can always go around. I'm not too fussed. So, you know, I need to water the horses, folks. So I'm going to leave my seat for about, I don't know, 90 seconds. I'll fill my glass of my tasty beverage. So I'm going to leave my seat for 30 seconds. Just to get that thing going. Yeah, the main thing about flight simming is you leave your seat there early. Okay, back in about 90 seconds, folks. Back. Now, that's Robert Times on Twitch is our mentor, folks. Arkansas Gravy, hey ho. Hey ho. I'm just going to finish off with Robert Times there. It's the altitude at which you go from standard to local pressure. That's right. So, just the terminology, Robert, right? Here's what I'm thinking. So if I'm climbing, I'm going to a transition altitude because I'm set in Q and H, right? Let's get the logic here. Let me just turn down the music a little bit, please. A little bit too loud for my liking. We need some very quiet music. So are you saying, Robert, bear with me now, right? Just say yes or no. If I'm climbing from Q and H up to a flight level, I'm on a transition altitude. But if I'm above, if I'm at a flight level coming down, is it a transition level? Do you see where I'm going there? Is the terminology that I'm missing there? Because I'm a little bit confused with that. Jeez, we're coming up to our descent, folks. We've got 10 miles to go before our descent. Yes, he says, great. So, this terminology I'm screwed up on. Wow, how did I miss that? Because I've never gone up there. It's very rare I go up there. It's always transition altitude. You know, I suppose I'm not a jet jockey, so that's important. So, if I'm coming up and I see the transition altitude, 5,000 feet is transition altitude. If I am at a flight level and I'm coming down, it's a transition level. Okay. And it's 1,000 feet before the transition altitude. Oh. Robert, you've taught me something once again. You've taught us something. Right, so now I've got to say, right, the transition altitude is 5,000 feet, so the transition level is 6,000 feet. Adding 1,000 feet on top of it. Wow. We're going to our descent, folks. Where's the mouse? Jesus. Panic. Let's start our descent. Push it in. We're descending. Is that checklist? Let's get to the checklist. I know I've done most of it. Lights come up. Yeah, ATIS, we've done that. Let's check the ATIS if it has changed on us, folks. 1012. So easy with this here, you know. Well, yeah, that's fine. Altimeter is set. Radios, we've already checked to set the radios and our decision height. De-ice, we don't need it. Top of descent, we've set TCAS to below. I don't know what that is. TCAS to below. Descent speed is fine. That's all good. And next is transition. Oh, it says here the checklist transition altitude. So it should be transition level, maybe. Altimeter reset to local. That's transition altitude. So we've nothing to do up to 10,000 feet. You know, and we've got to descend through. We've got 15,000 feet to go still, plus 300 feet. So there gives them out. So we are now 83 miles. So it's about 10 miles off there at my calculation. We're a little bit too high on our descent, so it's asking for more drag here. So let's give it some more drag. Someone said if you do this, you give the passengers fright. Well, it'll come up suddenly. But does it though? Let's try it. So I'm going to hit the C button. I'm going to take the brakes up very quickly. Or the dumpers. See how slow they go? So that doesn't... See, so I'm going to whack them in now. No, they go up nice and slowly, even if you whack the lever down. I'm guessing. So, I won't be really giving the passengers a flight. You can whack it down. There we go. We're coming back up to our level now, so I'm going to keep the brakes on until I get the speed down to about just above 240. Right, so it's going to lift the nose now, and that means it's going to slow down. We're still on idle thrust. It's going to lift the nose to see we're going to slow down now. So I'm going to keep them out until we get down here. And that should control it all the way down. I'm hoping. So note to self, don't forget to hit approach. Ooh, don't forget to hit approach phase. There, I'll take the brakes off now. And whack them up there, doesn't make a difference. Great. Now, that should be everything under control. Got a big gap here, that's fine. And yeah, so activate approach phase. So I said transition altitude. When we come below that, I'll activate approach phase. And possibly even approach mode. But I know, Robert, about you might get a false signal. It's flight sim. You're not going to get a false signal. But I'll not be flying one of these in the real world anyway, so. Do you know? Let's not make it too complicated. Anyway, transition level, Robert says. In today's flight, it's actually issued by ATC according to arrival chart, star, and approach. But since you don't have ATC, you can use the 1,000-foot rule for now. Oh, great. Okay, Robert, that's great. You know your stuff, man. Robert, are you an ex-pilot? Because you know more about this than most, I'd say. Do you know? I have my suspicions, Robert Times. You may have been, you know, because your knowledge is exceptionally large. You know, which is great for us because we learn off you. I learn off you, and then hopefully other people will learn off us. And he says, no, just a sim pilot. Wow, you should throw a CV in there. Oh, it's not that easy actually. It's a nightmare. You don't want to be an airline pilot these days. First of all, airline pilot, everything's recorded. It's very aggressive. You know, it's very. I don't know. I'll have to talk again to some people. They seem happy. But look, they're doing the same airplane every day. It's the same thing over and over. Do you know what I mean? It's the same thing over and over, but it's a bitch to get there. You got to do your ATPLs, man, and you do PPL. That should be fun. It's supposed to be fun. Then you do your ATPLs, and they are. I'd not do those again. If they told me if I didn't do my ATPLs again, if they told me I have to do my ATPLs again to continue flying, I wouldn't do it. No way. You got to lock yourself away for a year. You know, you got to lock yourself away. I did the fast track. You can do a degree and get a degree after it, and do it in 4 years. You can do it 3 or 4 years. But we did the whole thing in 1 year. And then we could do a little project to get a degree. But it's a year, right? About a year. And you'll suffer. You've got to lock yourself away. You got to be really on top of things. Unless some people are just clever, they just remember stuff. That's it. You told me once. That's it. I remember forever. Some people are like that. Do you know? Some people just remember stuff. End of story. Which is an absolute. They're so lucky. Do you know? I'm not one of those people. There we go. That's some nice quiet music there. Most people aren't that quick. Robert Times, 41 too old for career change, let alone the money. Well, you're not. It's a risk though, because the airlines, they'll tell you, not at all, we love people like you, you're not too old at all. I just got to take the camera off for a minute while I have my beverage. I forgot my beverage. We'll pick this up when I come back. I need to get my beverage. Can't land without my beverage. So anyway, Robert, yeah, it's expensive. 100 grand, right? Yeah, I sold my house. I did. I sold the house. So it's expensive, but you sound very clever. Not too old for now, no. Some people I hear get in. You see, it's a risk. There is ageism out there. There's always with every career. But I have heard some people getting in. I'm going to put the brakes on here because we're getting too fast. It's probably telling me here as well. What are we? 13,000 feet. Anyway, I finished that trail I was on. So no, you're not too old. There is a chance of getting in still, right? But it's a no. You got to lock yourself away. If you've got kids and stuff, and other things going on, can you interrupt your career? You got to set yourself up for it. I was 30 something when I started, 31 or 2. And I set myself up for it though. For years before, I set myself up for, I'd say for 20 years or something crazy. Not specifically to fly, but just to have it in case I wanted to fly or buy a house and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, but you really got to set yourself up for it. The really people who get the jobs with the kids with loads of money, I don't know where they get it from though. You know, I don't know where. Let's get our lights on in time. But it's not too late. It is a risk. You can still do it. It's you regret what you don't do. No? But there's still a chance. And do you know what? If I ever do something, if I ever had the money in the future, I'd do type rating for shits and giggles only. I'm not being put under pressure. Do you know what I mean? There's no way I do it like that again unless it's fun.
We'll be making our
Not doing it.
approach shortly. We ask that you
know.
take your drinks
But
to
if you
your
had it,
seat and fasten
go
your
for it.
safety
Do you know, if you
belt.
have it,
We'll
if
be
you can set
offering
yourself up,
boarding shortly.
you should go
Also,
for it,
we would
because
like
you're
to take this time to thank
you're gonna
you
find
all
it
of
easy,
our
man.
subscribers and members for
You know.
supporting our endeavors.
That's
If you
fantastic.
are
Now
not
I've got the lights on.
subscriber on Twitter or member on YouTube, please consider join in order to secure our adventures
This is a
fair
very
into
funky
the
approach
future.
here.
Thank you.
But it's okay, it's a 30-degree intercept there, that looks alright to me. It's not going to change anything. Brakes are coming off now. They are already off, aren't they? Yeah. We're good. Alright, great. So it's never too late. Johnny says, just out of interest, is there an age restriction to get a PPL? No, Johnny C, there's no age restrictions to get a PPL. None at all. I think you've got to be, you can fly as young as you want, if that's the other end. If you're really young, you can fly, you can get lessons, but when you're 16 then, like for example, I had one student years ago on his 16th birthday, just after we did all the training, then he could actually apply for his license. So you've done all the training, and then on his 16th birthday he can go and do his test, you know. Or I think it's actually when you apply for your license, you know. So 16, but that's not a restriction because you can train before that. At the other scale, you can be 125 as long as you pass your test, you know. So there's no age restrictions. PPL. PPL should be fun and it should be made easy. It is easy. It depends on your instructor. I don't like instructors who make things too overly complicated. I met one or two. They love to make, oh look, this is really hard. No, it's not. It's not hard. PPL isn't hard. If you don't do, it's a little exam, it's a little test. They're not hard. They're not hard because it's not. You're not doing science. You're doing it's common cop stuff, which is great. How does an engine work? Do you know, how do the pistons move? How do the ailerons work? Do you know, what's the law? You know, can I go flying at night time? Yes or no? What is night time? When does sunset? No, things like that. How do flaps work? What kind of flaps do you have? You know, how do you navigate from A to B? It's not hard if you do it properly. You train it properly. Start off simple. You know, I have found a great technique to teach people nav the easiest possible way. I did a video on it once. You know, and then you add the other stuff. This is a big whiz wheel you get. I call it whiz wheel. It's an old-fashioned calculator, and it's a genius. It's all ratios. You can do anything on it, and you use that for your nav. You just practice that a few times. I know it looks scary, but it ain't. It's not scary. You can see the books in the PPL. It might frighten you, but it's not hard at all. You know. I've never heard of anyone being unable to pass the PPL. That is, I've never seen that. Because instructors will if you get stuck, someone always gets stuck with something. But we'll get you through it, you know, with everything. You know, oh, it's finding hard to land. Get over that hump. Or it's always something. It's either nav, find it hard, or landing, or circuits. But it's not going to be that hard. No, it's not hard. It ain't hard. PPL do it. If you're thinking of doing it, PPL do it. But then, of course, you know yourself, it comes down to money. Do you know? Let's activate approach face. Let's confirm approach face. Let's start slowing down. So we wait till we activate approach mode then. See, Robert, I got mode phase. Welcome, right. And I've gone to, no, let's remember, 6,000 feet transition level now. Let's switch to QNH, which is, stop that, which is still 1012. Let's switch to that. Once. It's going to give out to me. 0. Yeah. Jesus. 12. It's going to give out to me now for sure. That's what I'm worried about. They go, we saw the recording. You got mixed up with the Q and H there. Explain. You know, should they go to that level? 1012, once, twice, thrice. But no, the PP isn't hard. Well, certainly. Anything I forgot. We're not turning final yet. Speed, landing lights, LS. We'll get the LS on here. We have an identifier with 6.5 miles as the crow flies, and the identifier for that is November Tango. 109 decimal line and 6.9 miles out. I'm going to turn around now. We're going to go up around, come back in, and we're going to have final, and I'm going to have a lovely landing because I can take the throttle back on time. Right. Now, can I hit approach on now? Let's see what happens if I put approach on now. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying, Robert. Now I see it. Let's switch that off. It might catch it here. Robert Times. It might catch it here, so it'll start turning in here. So let's come out here and do what it says. Okay, great. Let's see. 1,000 feet now to go to 3,000 feet. Oh, it's going to be flying quite low for a while. Put your safety belts on, folks. We're on. Quarters going. Got the golden air. Happy days. So we've got a bit to go. We've got a bit of slow flight to a bit of crawling along here. I'm just going to take the yoke. Just take my purpose here for a second. I'll be back in a minute. Well, my face will be back in a minute. That's what I'm saying there, folks. Robert there says, I fly the PMDGs for over 10 years now. Robert has been 737, 747, 777, but only since Microsoft Flight Simulator I got really serious about it and really dived into the stuff. That's great, Robert. Well, I can't tell you. I'm going to try and convince you now. I tried this with some students. I always try to convince them to go commercial. I think if they're clever, you know, I try and convince them to go and get into commercial aviation, and I'm going to try and convince you, Robert Times. If you have the means, I suggest, right, if you have the means and the support, I don't know if you're married or not, that's still in my business. If you have the means, the time, the support to do it, just do it. It's an adventure. Life's too short. That's what I did. I just walked out of IT and became a flight instructor. So, yeah, it hurt me financially, of course, in a big way, but I don't regret it. I'm going to start our turn now. Will it make the turn? We also have, oh, Gibbo Ireland's with us. Gibbo, greetings, Gibbo Ireland. Says, hey, Mr. G and chat, hope you're all well. Greetings, Gibbo. What are you up to? How are you getting on? Hope you're, I watch your videos quite a lot. I watched two of you. Are you checking in, Gibbo, to see if I can fly this yet? I can't. I can't to an extent. You got us at the right time. Robert Time says, not really looking at the stream at the moment. Flying the 737 myself now. I already made a boo-boo during the typing. That's okay. I'll convince you later. I'll convince you to become, do your at least do your PPL. Oh. But I will try and convince. They kind of make up their minds anyway. They kind of know it. Okay, now I'm going to activate approach mode. Because, you know, what'll happen. If I forget, I'm screwed. 14.8 miles to go. Gibbo says, I know you can. You are going to... Am I going to the expo in Houston? No. I know you can. Are you going to the expo? No. I don't know anything about that. I don't know anybody in the fraternity of... you know, where's the camera gone here? I don't know anyone at all that streams. I know no one. It's just me and Buttons, producer Buttons. I don't know a soul in this. I don't know any friends of mine or even acquaintances to flight sim. I know one or two. Oh, Curtin Clink. And what's going on here? That doesn't look good. But no, I'm on my tot, really. It should be coming down here, right? I don't like the way it's cutting short there. We're 10 miles out now. And we're not even on the ILS. Let's go to heading mode. That's not good. So yeah, I'd like to. When is it? Expo in Houston. I don't know. So I'd certainly team up with you guys for shits and giggles. I wouldn't be doing any work. Do you know? I wouldn't be going there as a YouTuber. Do you know what I mean? Now let's switch that back. There we go. Yeah, good turn. Please intercept. I just wanted to make that turn a bit quicker. There we go. It's going to go past it a little bit, but we'll be fine. Flaps 1. Speed check, flaps 2. And gear down. But I have to look into that. No, thank you. He's given a thing there. Oh shit. I screwed up. I'll get down. Can I get down? Don't put brakes on. Some brakes on there. Yeah, so what happened there was, and we're going to go manual anyway. Right? I'm going to go manual anyway, aren't we? Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. Visual with the runway now. Get on the ILS now in a second. Let's go to quarters on. And we're going to do lots of replays here. And I better make this a good landing now. Let's not use that. Toby can be a little bit off-putting, oddly enough. Keep coming down, Gripper Sim. Keep coming down. Let's get on it. Get on it. I'm in here now. My eyes are entirely in here. There we go. Now back to 800 feet a minute. There we go. Okay, we're on the descent path. We're going a bit too much. Let's do 5 degrees here now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be landing shortly. Please ensure your seat and tables is in the upright position and your safety belt
speed
is
check
secured.
flaps 3. Oh,
Our
it's
cabin
gone off.
attendants will be around shortly to prop up intoxicated passengers. If your baby is screaming during the approach, please ensure they are stored in the soundproof overhead locker. On behalf of Reperceive
We're on it.
Production
We're good.
Buttons, we would like to thank you for taking a massive risk during this mostly dangerous flight. Thank you.
Chat, I haven't done any of these expo. I must look that up. These expos, folks. I'll certainly have a look at that. Hit the like button, folks. Hit the follow button. Yep. Now it's going to take us too high. Microsoft Flight Simulator always takes you too high. It's a bug. Feet on pedals. Feet on hands on throttles. Now I've got to remind myself to take the throttles back earlier, because it adds power then. You know? And that ain't good. So we're going to land deep and just go with the ILS all the way down until about, I don't know, 50 feet. So we're on it. We're a manual. Got the pappies. And this is a new airport. I haven't been here before. It's another added to our collection. So you'll never go to the same place twice, I hope. I should really make sure of that, shouldn't I? A little bit of a wind from the right. Not by much, though. Eyes are all over the shop. Getting my scar back now. Just keep that 800 feet a minute, please. There we go. I don't like... See, I'm moving the control around. That means I'm not in it. I'm not in the zone. That's what that means. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that happened there, actually.
100 above.
Then I looked away there. That is a problem. So I'm going below. That's fine, because it's going to take us too high anyway.
Minimum.
There we go. Now my seat position is a problem. It's 200.
100.
No, 50 feet, I said, wasn't it? I've gone at 50 feet.
50.
Let's take the power back. There we go.
40.
Power's going back now.
30.
Eyes at the end of the runway.
20. Retard.
Run the
5.
centre line, grip percent. There we go. No, it always throws the nose down. I rescued it though. Now, brakes off. I didn't even have to use reverse thrust there. Brakes off. Off. There we go. I didn't even have to use reverse thrust at all there, folks. I do find this aircraft stops very It stops very, very quickly. I don't think it would do that in real life, would it? Flaps coming up. I don't know if it would do that in real life. Do you know? Thank you, Gibbo. I like the pints of Guinness and the cheese. I would like to do that though, Gibbo. If you'd send me an email, if you're, I don't know when it is though. I don't know if I can actually go. Actually, no, I can't go. But I haven't been to an expo. I went to one in England, and I have to tell you, it was a bit strange. It was a little bit strange. Let's taxi off here. Welcome to France, folks. Welcome to France. I'm going to stop here and clean up. Stop short here. And that will do here. Okay, brakes on. That check this there for the moment. It's on my actual. Okay, let's just do memory items first. Flaps are up. I put the flaps back down for the recording. Spoilers are off. Brakes are off. Lights. Get those off and retracted. Runway turn lights on. Taxiway lights on now. Strobe comes to off position. And we want a transponder off. Sorry, a TCAS off and standby on the transponder. And we want the APO on if you were to do a turnaround. Wait 3 seconds. There we go. AP's coming on. Brakes are now off. And let's taxi to the gates and do the replay. We last the tower, will we? Let's see where they bring us. Ground services. Wants us to tune into ground. Nope. Can't give some. No. Go back to clearance. It's bothering me. Park at the gates, please. No, not getting anything. Kerrygold butter. I'm not getting the subtle taxi ribbon, folks. I've installed it and it ain't working. Is it because of the update? There it is there. All the way around. Kerrygold butter. Yes, I've seen people do that and I don't know how you get that. Do you know? But that ESCO, I'd love to go to one of those, you know, I really would. See all the new technology. But the problem, Gibbo, is, right? You want to bring it off, you go to America, you need a ton of cash, man. All the stuff you want to buy. Do you know? All the cool stuff. I went to an air show in England and I was just like, oh my god, all the stuff they had. It was in Duxford. And it's very impressive. And they had all these stalls with all the stuff, and I was going, oh, all the stuff I could buy, man. Okay, I know where I'm going. Do we have a marshaller? Do we have... No marshaller. I'm disappointed. The truck is foolishly parked there. It's just easy now. Let's not go crazy. Okay, let's stop here. Park brake on. And welcome. Oh. Camera there. Camera is... There we go. Here we are, folks. Ryanairs here. There's me in EasyJet. Lots of EasyJets there. This is a fine-looking airport. It's a fine-looking airport. Oh, they do have people inside the gates, which is nice. Which is all very good. Let's just reset the cam. I can remember where I am here. There I am here. What I do like about these airports when people are moving around. Nothing in there. But they got the 3D thing inside, so it's not Masoba. Nice looking airport in France. Nice to add to my collection. There's some aircraft there up to American Airlines or Air France is doing rude things with another aircraft there, but there's no livery on it there. Let's have a read some of the comments before we do the replay. I'm a little bit behind there, the comments there on YouTube. Arrogant Star Gravy, hey ho, sorry I missed you there. I was busy flying there. He says that's the pilot bed, that's when I left my seat. He says, ladies and gentlemen, you are doomed. Easy drone. Thank you, Clappy D, for asking me to hit the like button. Clappy D also says, Gripper, I was on the Aer Lingus flight from Barcelona last night in an A320. I was using the streams to identify to my son what was happening. Angry dogs caused a look of what WTF. Yeah, I love the angry dogs in the Airbus. Do you know? Taylor, thank you very much, Taylor. Liar Taylor. Lawyer, Lior Taylor. Great. Flight Sim Expo. Let's have a look at that very quickly, Kimmo. Some piku. Just to show people what we're talking about. So they have, in America, they have all this stuff, folks, right? They don't bring loads of money. Got all the Flight Sim stuff here. Flight Sim Expo 2023. June 23rd to 25th. It's a little bit away. I ain't going on my own. I can tell you that much. Lone Star Flight Museum, Houston, Texas. Oh, Houston, Texas. North American usually driven Pennsylvania. Register now. So, they're all there. They're all there. I'd like to see pictures of all the stands. It looks quite involved. It's a long flight, an expensive flight. I would like to go, and I could go. Yes, it's not like next week. I would like to go as just myself. Do you know what I mean? Just not as a YouTuber. If that makes sense. Let's hang out. Yes, I'd like to go. If you're looking for victims, give a word, let me know. He says there's a ton of events, tours, developers going. Laminar will be making announcements. MS confirmed, etc. There'll be direct flight from Dublin to Dallas. Just saying. Yeah, I'd be happy to go. You know, I'll send you all an email. I think I have. I might have your email. I don't know. I was talking to Two-Tone there on the phone actually a year or two ago. Two-Tone Murphy. I was talking to him on the phone because I was asking. I think he came up on the chat and he said, "Hey ho," I said, "Say hello, I'll call you." So I don't know anyone else doing this at all. Charlie Mac, 123, hey ho, how are you? He says, "Yeah, Murph is going, give him a shout." I'll do that. You know, that'll be a bit of fun. It'll be an adventure, you know. It would be an adventure. Let's have a go at the replays. A ton of replays to show you, folks. A ton of replays. Let's see how I did that. Let's stop the recording. Let's go to the replay. Sorry I missed copy the. Sorry I missed the takeoff. We'll do a few of these. Let it load in for a little bit. Yeah, we do it. We do the old. I like doing this one for the first one. I think you all know the drill by now. So now we can chat. I'll clear up. I'll get some iCandy in here. Let's clear up my face for now. Get rid of the yoke camera and get rid of my face for now. And let's zoom in a little bit. That just looks a bit. Looks a bit. There we go. It's all about the iCandy, folks. You know it. I know it. Producer Buttons knows it. You all know it. Yeah, I do that. I think I have his email, Gibbo. I think. I will certainly. Because I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to go on my own, do you know. Because that's something. Charlie, I'm trying to pronounce the rest of it. Charlie MC 123 he says these graphics are amazing. I wish these were mine. Well, Charlie, you don't need a mad graphics card. You know, the golden hour is a secret. I'm always trying to stream the golden hour. Using it coming to land. You 1080 Ti, you know. But I know what you mean. And the good news is, Charlie, is that there's no difference between ultra and high end. You know. I'm presuming you have the flight simulator. If you don't have the flight simulator, Charlie, you're in for a treat. If you're looking for a hobby, you know. If you're of a young age, here's the tip, right? Charlie, if you're of a young age, it's educational. The computer is an educational, and you need to have a 2080 Ti, you know. So below the glide slope here. Let's see if this is smooth or not. Can't trust the rate counter there. That's fine. 272 feet it says. And loose and right nose wheel and onto the centre line. Good. let's do, let's pause that and go back and do the side view. We'll do a couple of views. We're also going to do the standing at the side of the runway view. Hold on there, folks. Oh. Go away. Yeah, it's getting dark quick and fast here soon, isn't it? Getting dark quick and fast. And there it goes. Very nice, tail is far away. No tail strike. And I protected the nose wheel nicely there. You've got to really apply back the back pressure on the... let's have a look at passenger view now. Let's get back in the cockpit and we'll take the right side. And if I may, what bothers me is those lights aren't off. Sim settings, you can switch off the cabin lights in here. Cabin lights off. They should be off. Air stewardess. Button should have done that. There we go. See we play. I am thinking of doing some videos again of just approaches to different airports. Eye candy. You know my eye candy? I like my graphics and eye candy. Doing some of those. So that'll take away from the streams. Right, so the streams may suffer, so I don't know, I'm caught in between a rock and a hard place. Now that summer's coming up, I'll be flying a lot in the real world. That's going to happen. That's going to happen all of a sudden, right? Because the weather's getting better here in Ireland. So there will be a disruption to my very consistent midweek streams, you know. But the Sunday stream will not be interfered with at all costs. I've never missed a Sunday stream, as you all know. There we go. Yeah. 188 feet. See, it's changed. So, very nice. Now, let's have a look at the runway. Let's have a look at the view from a first-person perspective. Let's pause that. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the time back at... oh, do I need to? Let's just arrange the camera. This is how I make my videos, right? So, this is one thing I would do. I would... let's resume. Let's just keep it paused. Sorry, that was a slip of the mouse there. That was a slip of the mouse. So I'm looking for the touchdown. Right there will do. I'm going to position myself about here, right? And then I'm going to go to the camera. I'm going to get rid of follow, but I'm going to lock it, right? And we're going to go back then. You can zoom in. And off we go. One of my favorite views. So I do enjoy the editing of the fancy one. So I'm thinking, you know, it's just a series of all the different airports, and I'll chat about the airport and stuff. You know. There we go. It's a bit rough though, doesn't it? The nose wheel just flies down on the Airbus here, on the Phoenix Airbus. It really does. Unfortunately, I didn't use the reverse up, did I? No. And the flaps were down, in all fairness. I stopped very, very soon. Very, very soon. And there you go, folks. That, folks, is France. I can't pronounce it. I'm sorry to say. Let me get my face back here. Let me just go on back in here. There we go. Nope. There we go. Hey ho. So very nice. Let's see a little bit there. So that was an okay flight. It wasn't the worst. I know my mistakes that I made. I know, Robert. I know the mistakes I made. I was busy chatting, and I messed up the approach just a little bit with the approach mode. Do you know? Because I changed to heading mode. That's what happened that time. I changed to heading mode, and then you have to reactivate approach mode. But it's a little bit late, so I just went, I'll go manual. In the real life, I know it would have been a go around. But look, we're simming here. So thank you, Gibbo Ireland. Thank you very much. I will do that now, actually, because I wouldn't. I would like an adventure. You know, even go to an airfield in Texas. You can fly anything. You can fly if you have it. If you can save it, you can fly it. And you like. I flew a Russian. No, it's a Czech Cold War jet, an L-39C, for a day way back, and that was great fun. You just turn up and they'll just book it in. And you go with somebody, you fly it and you like. Maybe you'll join me, I don't know. So thank you, Robert Tynes, for your massive contribution to the channel. So I learned something about transition altitude and transition level. So I came away with something, or we all came away with something, you know. Thank you very much, Clappy D. Do hit the like button before we go, folks. Oh, we got a rage. We're just about to finish. We're just about to finish. AI2W, greetings, which are party of 4. Hey ho. We're just about to finish the stream there, AI2W. You know, I should continue on the stream a little bit, shouldn't I? Maybe I could fly from here to somewhere else, you know? But I got other stuff to do. I've got another project, folks. I've got another project, and I don't know what you think about this for the winter, right? Just a little bit of, just while you're on there, I'll chat a little longer, okay? So, let's get the camera, now reset the cam, I've got that button there. So, as a little bit of a project, I thought I'll try editing some racing, you know, the racing sim things, if it's a big thing now in simming. I am Gripper Sim, after all. And I thought as a project, I used to like it. I never got the seat and the steering wheel, the good stuff at all. You know, the actual seat. It's at a table and stuff. So I thought I'd give it another go for myself. The sim racing. You know, F1, Formula and all that kind of stuff. And it might be a once a week thing. Maybe on Wednesdays or something. I don't know, in the winter time. Edit it, make some videos along with this kind of stuff. I know I keep talking about it. It never happens, but it will happen. What do you think about racing? You know? Just an added little thing once a week. You know, a little video or something. You know, so that might happen. So at night time here, that looks pretty okay. Oh no, it's a little bit screwed up. But look, that looks a bit screwed up. I'm not happy with that. Obviously, there's lights shining off and stuff. No people in there. Where's the main terminal? Is it in here? Do I saw the people? Yeah, they just stay still though. That is a, yeah. That's from. That is not modern airport at all. That looks like to me like it's a clone from a Microsoft Flight Sim X, and they kind of dashed it in there, but it's better than nothing. We've got another airport in France. The rest looks fine. Looks pretty good to me. Looks busy. And then we got all the traffic and stuff. So yeah, have a think about that. Have a think about the racing. Something new for everybody once a week. It is a sim channel after all. And thanks for joining though, guys. AI2W, hit the like button, follow. Seeing as you just joined, I may as well tell you. He said, sorry, Grip, had a tech issue, so couldn't respond. Hope you're well, pal. No, I'm very good. Thank you, AI2W. I think you know the channel, don't you? So I don't need to go rabbiting on about that I stream Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays and Fridays at 7 o'clock Irish UK time. I wouldn't put that in. On Sunday it's at 2100 hours, which is 9 o'clock Irish UK time in the evening local. You know. So who's this? Oh, I didn't say goodbye to the boys and girls. Packing up. Johnny C, thank you very much. Raptor X has been flying along. He's been busy and flying. Thank you very much, Robert Kynes, for your help. It's for people like yourself that help me to learn how to fly these aircraft by text. So I get to take that one. Renewable Drop's with us. Renewable Drop, hey ho. I don't know how I missed you there. Raptor X, Johnny C is with us. Ground Zero, you ring a bell. Ground Zero rings a bell. Maybe it's different Ground Zero. Who else do we have? It doesn't show the rest of you. But thank you very much, folks, for following along. Got to take a long time to wrap up the stream, don't I? So thank you all for following along. I'm looking for Limp Rocketeer. He must be gone. Okay, folks, thank you very much. I'll be with you again tomorrow at 7 o'clock Irish UK time. We'll see. I don't know what we're going to do yet, but we'll do something interesting, and that's fun. Folks, and AI2W, thank you very much. It says, I do know your channel very well, good man. Great, thank you very much, AI2W. Hopefully we'll see you again soon. Don't rate us again. You know, sorry I'm stopping now, it's a shame. But folks, have a great day and evening. I'm going to make some tea now. I'm going to get producer Buttons a treat. And I'll see you very, very soon tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.